All right, friends, we preempted this morning's update, and it's coming to you now. We had the fires going on in California. We needed to get to that this morning and get that information out to you. All right, this afternoon we have a first-hand Richmond water update. Still not back in some places. We got the latest for you on that. Watchman reporting in. We got car recalls happening, but no parts to fix them. A Watchman reports on that concerning topic. We have another major egg hen culling. I know that's the last thing you want to hear right now, but not only that, but I also have a price projection for you. I'm going to give you kind of an idea. If you're seeing prices below that level, you need to anticipate eggs going above that level very shortly, probably in your area. So you still need to be grabbing eggs right now if you plan on having them in the near future. You may not like my projection, but I'll give you the explanation on why prices are going to go up that high in the very near term, very shortly. We got more bank branches closing, almost like they don't want us in the banks anymore, or the stores. Everything just automated and them just delivering things to you, whatever they feel like you should be allowed to have. We got a lot to talk about, friends, a lot of reports. Let's jump right into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and these are your updates that you guys are sending in from all over about what is going on out there. We keep you on the cutting edge and keep you ahead of the crowd. If you have an update, make sure you use the word update somewhere in your comment. Thank you so much for all of you watchmen out there sending in your reports. Before we dive in, we do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. Our friends at Genesis Gold Group are in California, so they're kind of in the midst of this. I'm praying for them myself. So Jonathan and his team over there, hopefully they're doing all right. Haven't heard from them or heard back from them, so hopefully they're doing all right. But I know that they're going to watch out for their families. Good folks over there. I still don't know why they're in California, but some of you guys are still in California too. If you want to find out more about what you can do with your IRA, they will still reach out to you. Just tap on the link at the end of the video. All right, 2.7 million egg layers culled in North Carolina. That's just something that's just kind of slipped into the news that if you weren't watching closely for it, like some nerds out there go onto the government websites and actually pull up the data. And I know a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people wait for the news things. Yeah, I pull up those things because I want to make sure you guys stay informed on what's going on out there and that they don't just slip 2.7 million egg-laying hens in North Carolina culled. And nobody noticed it. All right, just last month was devastating at 13 million egg-laying hens, okay? And we just had 2.7 just happen. Boom. This egg shortage is not going away, friends. Now, the U.S. Department of Agriculture's 5-month projection to normalization, not going so well so far this year. Expect it to go for further than that. Now, I don't know when it's going to hit its peak and start coming down a little bit, but right now, it doesn't look like it's moving that direction. Everything is pointing right now, given what I'm seeing, a $9 floor. And why do I say that? Well, wholesale egg prices are about $8.50. $8.50 is what your store is paying on average for a dozen eggs. So if they're paying about $8.50 for a dozen eggs and you see it there for $5, friends, this is not investment advice, but you might want to grab those eggs, okay? It sounds ridiculous to pick up $6 a dozen eggs right now, but I can't guarantee it, but I have a strong projection that you're going to be seeing $9 a dozen eggs out there, maybe $9 an egg too in the future. Expect $9 a dozen shortly. So make your family choices based off of that, please. And right now, powdered eggs are starting to look about that price. Powdered eggs aren't going up as much as the fresh eggs are right now. So it might be a good time to grab some of those powdered eggs. I'll put a Augustin Farms powdered eggs down in the description down below, in the pinned comment down below, because that is the cheapest place to get the powdered eggs that I know of as of yet. You can scrounge around. You can go on Etsy and you might be able to get lucky over there with somebody freeze drying some eggs over there or dehydrating eggs on there. But if you want commercialized stuff, you're looking at Augustin Farms probably. All right, Karen says, I'm so glad I know the Lord. I live in Burbank, California. There are so many fires. Pacific Palisades, Malibu, Altadena, Sierra Madre, Newhall, Silmar, Sun Valley, Santa Monica. It's so bad. And you're just testing me to see if I can pronounce everything right. That's it. Our heart goes out to you guys out there. We did the big update this morning on that. And there's a lot of really good folks out there. That's what I was saying about the Genesis Gold folks. And so our heart goes out to you, Karen. Hopefully you guys are staying safe, and hopefully you and your friends and families are being safe too. It's just devastating, friends. Eric says, the bird flu has been confirmed at a turkey farm in Jay County, Indiana. The affected flock has been depopulated. This is from the animal board, the Board of Animal Health there. Way too close to home here in East Central Indiana. We're seeing it pop up all over the place. We saw it pop up in Delaware. I'm expecting to see some large numbers out of Delaware on meat birds. So we may be seeing more chicken impacts, chicken meat impacts in the near future. So you might want to start stocking up on that. Chick coin, canned chicken, frozen chicken. If you want to get ahead of that one, I'm not saying that's going to be a problem just yet, but it could go that direction. We'll see. Loretta says, good afternoon, Steve. Update, Richmond, Virginia. Henrico County, Hanover County, still no water. Not sure when it will be restored. Now, they started pumping. Okay, now their report's coming in late yesterday afternoon. So hopefully they have water now, but it was not coming on even after 24 hours after they said that they started pumping. So, and then there's going to be a boil advisory for a while and all that kind of stuff happening. So a lot of issues for folks in Virginia in the immediate area around Richmond and the surrounding counties. Biden has officially killed the U.S. steel purchase by Nippon Steel, the Japanese company. And looks like it was basically just to benefit his friend, the CEO at Cleveland Cliffs. So, not nepotism, but, something like it. Oligarchy. Powerful people doing favors for their friends. It's kind of despicable, actually. And I know that there was lots of justifications given out there. They're like, they're going to fire a bunch of union people. Well, the Japanese company guaranteed that they'd keep all the workers and that they would give good deals and bonuses and stuff like that to all the union workers in the U.S. They promised to do investments into producing even more steel here in the United States. They tried to do everything to make the deal go through, but it was just one thing after the next, and finally Biden just ripped away all the pretense and just said, no, not going to happen, because Cleveland Cliffs was trying to buy U.S. steel before, and Nippon was like, we'll beat that price. So, yeah. If you're wondering what flagrant corruption looks like, that's basically what it looks like. Billion-dollar corporations with massive government corruption. All right, was that a little too much truth for your afternoon? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you thought it was too much. Make sure you don't use the word update on that one. A non-winner says, canned fruit looked a little slim today in Alabama, and I didn't look too hard, but milk, the milk that we get usually, was low. V8 might be less than full as well. Ite, though. That's what they said. Ite. It's like, all right, but like with less letters. I love my Southern friends. Southern Pride says, I'm in Northeast Alabama. Eggs are $9 and we have chicken, but I always look. So we have chickens, but I always look. Having chickens, probably a smart move right about now. All of you guys with chickens are probably looking at the egg section and smiling a little bit like, we made a good choice. And you did. You did. Not to mention how much less chemicals you probably get in your eggs. And you get higher quality eggs by having them forage and actually eat bugs and stuff. Ms. Smarty Pants says eggs in southeast Michigan went from $3.97 last week to $5.92 this week. Outrageous. And like I said, might want to still pick them up at $5.92. That's lower than wholesale right now. When your store reorders and orders them back at $8.50, I guarantee you they won't be $5.92. Okay? Robert says the DNR, or the Department of Natural Resources, in Wisconsin now wants to control windmills. Wait, I thought we were supposed to have windmills. Well, depending on the wind speed, they need to shut down these windmills to protect the bats. Yes, yes. Who could have seen that one coming? Not the birds, but the bats. It was on the news this week. We can't shut off all electrical production and maintain the grid like we know it. That's right. We need to switch over to windmills, and then suddenly we need to switch the windmills off because of bats. We need to switch off all the water in California because of smelt. And it's just, there's no making these people happy. They literally want to watch the world burn. That's the green movement summed up shortly. The more chaos and destruction that they can create, the happier they are. Go look it up. Go look it up and prove me wrong. Jody from Michigan says, update, mid-Michigan. I went to the grocery store after work today. There were 8 packs of 5 dozen eggs. Not much else in the egg case, so only the 5 dozen packs. So strange to see it like that, even though we knew it was coming. Michelle says, my sister who lives near Dayton, Ohio, said that there are no eggs at the Kroger. They have a friend who is also looking for eggs. He went to 3 different Krogers and no eggs. She is going to Costco to see if they have any there. I told her if they do, buy them. Not if they're over this price, just buy them. Patricia says, Steve, I paid $11 for a dozen eggs here at Sparks, Nevada this morning. The eggs are getting scarce as hen's teeth here. All right, enough about eggs, right? We got that. Hopefully you guys are thinking ahead and staying ahead on that one because, like I'm saying, it's going to get worse. If you're holding your breath and going, maybe next week it'll be better, don't do that, please. Be braced for at least 1 or 2 months of prices higher than where they are now. It could start to taper off a little bit if we see these cullings stop, but they don't seem to be stopping. This is Liz. Says, I ordered a large amount of expensive cheese from Azure Standard. Great company. I like that their dairy products last longer than the stores and are very good. Anyway, I ordered it a couple weeks ago and it was $177. As a bulk order, right? Of good cheese, which they're honoring. Good company. But today when I checked over my order, I noticed that the same amount of cheese is now $210. Yikes, huge increase. Plus, now they charge a shipping fee and a credit card fee. Wow, everything is going up. I don't blame the company at all, they say. I blame the Biden government. Well, might want to just blame anybody in Washington, D.C. that's been behind all of these spending stupidities. Because a lot of Republicans guilty of that too. Ms. Felina says, about 4 months ago, I read an article about a Honda recall. So I started calling my dealership near me to take my car. You know, be proactive, right? Since it was about a steering wheel issue, that sounds kind of serious, doesn't it? If your car had a steering wheel issue, I think you'd be concerned too, right? It's been about 5 months now of calling. I got the letter in the mail 2 months ago about the recall. Haven't been able to make an appointment to get that fixed until today. I called 2 different dealerships and only one was able to make me an appointment for next week. They told me that they have been getting limited quantities, So cars that are at the dealership, they offer to fix the recall at that same moment if available, but not taking appointments because of the limited quantities. So definitely there is a shortage / limits on car parts in general. Some people do not notice because they don't keep up with their recalls, but those who that we do have definitely noticed. Sounds concerning, doesn't it? Hopefully your steering wheel issues get solved out there too. And that's also just another reminder, you might want to keep an eye on your cars. If you have a relatively new car, be checking the recalls, because that kind of stuff happens, you know, like, oh, by the way, your car can become a death trap accidentally. So in 6 months, we're going to do something about it. Pay attention to that stuff, friends. What did Reagan always say? Trust but verify. Don't trust these companies. Just verify. Kimberly says, Steve, the writing on the wall is on the wall, and it's becoming more real to me. Another bank branch closed down in Portland, Oregon. It was a Chase Bank. I noticed it last week. And yesterday, this check cashing pay day advance loan place I do business with looks like it's closing down. Great place to get DVDs, right, at discount. Anyway, I love pawn shops for that. You can get some great deals. Yesterday when I was there, all the flyers and pictures, this is at a Chase branch, were removed from the windows and walls. The long counter on the lobby had also been removed. Some of the chairs were gone too. It was eerie. When I asked an employee if they were closing, she said the company would not tell them anything. They were only told to remove everything from the walls. So creepy. That about sums up what's going on today out there. Creepy. Joan says, the couple in front of me with a food bill at the grocery store of over $900. We have an administration that plans to ruin the economy, as you have said many times, Steve. Their main agenda is to destroy the American people, and they'll do it by starving the middle and lower classes. If you can still afford to eat, friends, you're either on government dole or you're stealing, right? I mean, that's what's coming to. That's what it's coming to. If someone doesn't have a worried look on their face about the prices at the store, it's probably because they're stealing stuff or because someone else is paying their bill, right? And even then, they probably still worried too if they're actually following the rules of food stamps programs, because we can't afford all that much these days, can we? All right, friends, if you want to get some more information from Genesis Gold out there, they're still up and operating to at least a limited extent. You can tap on the link over there, ask them questions, and see if it's a good fit for you to move your IRA, 401k, or Canadian retirement account over into physical metals. They'll answer your questions. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up here. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar, The Poplar Report.